Hello, this is wmpyr. In preparation for tomorrow's class, I was looking at some of the videos of the training lessons that we did from a few weeks back, and here's some of my observations. Okay, and I think this will help you guys out as well. So the first thing is the focus is on the heaven six, is really just trying to master the heaven six. And by master, I know that's a big word and it's oftentimes abused. But all I mean by that is you being able to really thoroughly understand the heaven six and to be able to use it in a real life situation. Okay, so with the heaven six, there's two types. I've been, saying this over and over again. The swing, which is the slash, okay, the full swing, and the striking heaven six, right? The swing or the slashing is circular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, you can see that it is a circular motion. Boom. Okay, so I'm cutting in like so. Now, the striking one is linear. It's straight. Boom, boom, boom. It's still heaven six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the blade, you can see that I'm sticking the edge right onto the target, and with my empty hand, it's a punch. Boom. This is a strike. So I'm sticking the blade and I'm punching at the same time because I'm using both hands. So those are the two types of heaven six, and you really need to focus on both and understand that you need both for combat. Okay, and the first thing is start with the circular. That one is easier to learn. It's gonna teach you the proper body mechanics. Go with the circular motion, the slashing, the full swing version. Go with that one first, and then as you get more efficient, you'll probably naturally start doing the striking one, especially by the time you start doing partner drills where you're doing heaven six and your partner does the heaven six. What you guys are probably doing is closer to the striking version, okay? And once you develop the striking version, make sure that you still practice and go back to the circular motion. So just make sure you do both, okay? And then the next question is, when should you start going more compact? Because that's something that I've been saying to you guys. To make heaven six more realistic, you need to start going compact, which means in the beginning you should exaggerate your motions and make it big, really big motions, because that teaches you power, that teaches you the proper body mechanics. But then once again, as you get better, now you want to be able to go real compact where it's primarily on the wrist. Okay, you should even be able to do it just with your fingertips. And when should you go compact? Well, whenever you can. You started right away. But the thing to understand here is whether you're going compact or whether you're going linear, which is the straight version, as opposed to the circular, practice all of it, all three. Always go back to the first levels. So you've been doing level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and by levels, it's not like levels really exist, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. Like what you start off in the beginning is level 1, and then a couple of weeks in, level 2. So I'm just saying that, calling it that. But always go back to level 1, level 2. Go back to the earlier levels. Okay, people seem to forget about that and they just want to go forwards, right? And they go, what's the next level? What's next? What's next? No, you should always be going back to the original material, because that is what's going to be your bread and butter. That is what's getting the most flight time, and that's going to become more and more skilled. Okay, that's going to become your gold, all right? Definitely go back to the older material and polish those up. Keep polishing those up is what I'm trying to say. Don't forget about them. Always go back. All right. The next thing is, okay, with the heaven six, there's definitely a beat to it. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, break. There's other rhythms. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course you could go 3 4 5 6 1 2, 3 4 5 6 1 2, 3 4 5 6 1 2, right? So you could break up the heaven six into different parts, is what I'm saying. You can combine 1 and 2 together. You can combine 3 and 4 together, and you can combine um, 6 and 1 together. Okay. Uh, there's other combinations, but those are the main ones that I want you to focus on. And if you think about it this way, 6 and 1 is the gunting technique, which is a scissor technique that is a very commonly taught Filipino martial arts technique. And all I'm saying here is that within Filipino martial arts, there are some very famous techniques, like I said, like the gunting technique, and you learn those individually, but they can be found in the forms. And in this case, I'm telling you, within the heaven six, it's in there. And there's other stuff that's in there too. This is like where you start doing the Kata Bunkai in karate, where you learn the kata and you start breaking it apart and you start extracting techniques and different usages from the kata, different meaning other than this is an upwards block. And you go, wait a minute, is it really an upwards block? And then you start finding that there's other usages for it. That is the same idea in Filipino martial arts, and you could do that with the Heaven Six. And so please just think about that. But the primary reason why I'm saying this is not so much you're thinking about these different techniques. Yes, that's a part of it. But I'm also saying you should be able to control the beat. So whether you go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, or you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you should be able to control that, is what I'm saying, and make sure that you're listening and you see that. Okay. The next thing is footwork. That is a common question that I get asked. And Filipino martial arts footwork, there's definitely some huge benefits there. One is they teach you how to create footwork through putting the sticks on the ground. That gives you a blueprint, which is amazing, okay? And they also teach you individual techniques, like off of a roof block, I'm cutting into a 45-degree angle. Those kinds of things, okay? Very specific techniques. Now, that's all great, but techniques are tools, and tools depend on the situation. You might be in a real life situation and you may not have the opportunity for that specific tool. It just may not be the right time to use it. Therefore, they're great, but they may not be as important, all right? What's more important is for me to tell you guys is first develop your natural footwork. That's way, way, way more important if you're interested in self-defense and being able to do this stuff for real right now, okay? The natural footwork is when you're doing Heaven Six, like with a partner, then you guys going forwards and back, charging at each other and retreating as fast as you can while you're defending. That's natural footwork. That's the kind of thing that Miyamoto Musashi talked about in the Book of Five Rings. And in traditional Filipino martial arts, I believe they taught that as well. The only thing is people today always, like I said, they constantly want to go, what's next? What's next? And they move forwards way too fast rather than spending enough time working on the more basic stuff. And I believe in the past, when they were teaching FMA, you would have done the Heaven Six and you would have done partner drills and you would have spent a significant amount of time there doing what I'm saying, the basic natural stuff, like just moving side to side or moving forwards and back. Those are natural movements, so that in a real life situation you can jump, you can crawl, you can do whatever you need to do while you're doing the Heaven Six, essentially. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing and take care, folks.